We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. But tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And Dak going to start out going to the air. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. Oh, he sheds himself free. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he gets it up past the 35. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Cowboy defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league. 17th in the NFL against the run.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better. Because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
From the gun, here's Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the up in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Pollard, he'll take it up the gut. And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They work now on 2nd and 9. Prescott to throw it. Throw is caught by Schoonmaker. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Julian Love picks it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The Cowboys hit 6-5 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Prescott on 1st down. That is caught. Schoonmaker. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Vaughn going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Vaughn again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll look to run with Vaughn. And he will take it in for a Cowboys score. Deuce Vaughn, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here's Moore. He will return it. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
First carry here for Ken Walker.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Geno now to throw.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, turnabout is fair play, I guess. They had a pick 6 against them earlier, and now this defense, Charles, they get a pick 6 of their own.
And for a moment, let's just set aside how it impacts the scoreboard, because how about the response? One defense gets the pick 6, the other comes back and matches it. These are 2 defenses that are planning on winning the game for their teams themselves.
From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter.
Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch.
That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession.
as they go to work on a 1st and goal. To throw is Prescott. This one swung out to Vaughn. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Deuce Vaughn, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time of the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Smith now to throw. Left side complete to Lockett. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. We'll get that to Charbonnet. There's the stiff arm, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. We just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Myers' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, Forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Prescott. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 29 yards. First down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
They'll try and run for it with Vaughn. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
A gain of 3. It's now 4th down and less than a yard.
On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. This from 32 yards away. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out. Would not allow him to cut upfield.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
Throwing now is Geno.
Going right back to Smith and Jigba.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a 1st down. A shotgun snap for Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Prescott now.
They'll set up the screen to Vaughn.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Now a 2nd and 2.
We're going to 54. Here we go, 46.
Here's Prescott.
complete. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
This one thrown deep for Schoonmaker. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. Luke Schoonmaker, 48 yards. And the Cowboys continue to pull away here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To throw is Smith. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So maybe some signs of life. I mean, this has been a defense. They've been all over the map here in this first half, but they're coming through with a big play.
And sometimes that one play is what you need. And it sounds overly simple, but this is a team that was close to being down and out before halftime. So to come back and return an interception for a touchdown, that's big.
Yeah, maybe it can serve, Charles, like you were alluding to, as a little bit of a wake-up call for them. We'll see. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Now Prescott. That's over the middle to Schoonmaker. And the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 1st down, Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down and 3.
At their 49-yard line.
Prescott from the gun. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
Very long attempt.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Now Gino on first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Hey, let's go Wednesday. On Wednesday. Hey, easy.
Out of the gun, Smith. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Micah Parsons make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
From the 50, it's Smith. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 21. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. On first down, it's Smith. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they'll give here to Charbonnet on the option. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Zach Charbonnet. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. Down the right sideline and down to the 29-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 41 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Vaughn on 1st and 10. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Staying on the ground with Vaughn. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Here's Smith. It's caught. Lockett. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Smith now to throw. That is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Out quickly here to Smith and Jigba. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Throwing on third down, Smith. That is caught, and he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. The third down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time. Throwing again is Smith. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Now this one into the hands of Vaughn. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Running to the right, this is Vaughn. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Just a gain of a couple there, and that will bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Smith.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They're going to look to throw.
Throw is caught by Schoonmaker.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Forced out to his left. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the 1st down with his legs instead.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And some room to work. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker. 55 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied fourth quarter as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Now Dak, he wants to change the play.
Prescott looks to throw on first.
That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Left side to Lamb. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Up the middle, it's Vaughn.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
A running play, it's Dowdle.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
You talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they miss that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
On the give, here's Charbonnet.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Second down and 8. Now a handoff to Charbonnet.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
From the gun on third down, Smith. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. His second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks have taken a fourth quarter lead. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That can finish things off for them.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. That's complete to Lamb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's first and 10. Now Prescott.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
To throw, Prescott. It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They'll come up first and 10 here. Here's Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. Falls down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the fourth quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee.
Tempo.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Seahawks, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sport.